Greetings from Snake Mountain Boatworks on Thursday, January 2, 2020. We have a new sacrificial lamb in the shop. She's a 1947 Chrysler U22 powered by a Chrysler Flathead 6 engine. She lives in Maine, and if I can drop this down, the waters in the lake she lives on dropped very, very low last fall. And I think you can see that this is a prop that looks sort of different from a normal prop, and that's because her owners found the bottom, found a bunch of rocks. We've concluded that they must have been going a pretty good pace. You see that rudder and the rudder shaft log, and I'll show you in a minute, all the framing around this part of the boat has just been absolutely destroyed. Joe, Anthony, it was 3 of the motor mounts have been broken? Pardon me?
2 of the bolts, and then I don't know if it's from, how old it is, but the motor mounts themselves, like this one just popped off on this side. We think it was from a mixture between old age and the jarring of the motor.
Yeah. If you think about it, this was an engine that was probably running at, let's be kind and say 2,000 RPM, not 2,500 or 3,000. The rudder and prop hit the rocks. The engine was forced to stop immediately. So at this point, we can get it to turn over. It will roll through, but we're suspecting that kind of jarring has damaged stuff down deep inside. We may see bent push rods. We'll find out when we get inside, which we are recommending. If I go around here, and Anthony can give us some light, I think we can see what we will be dealing with here. You see the automatic sump, and you see the exhaust pipe. Right between those two, you can see how the cross frame is completely broken. All the mounting of the keelson and the keel is broken away. Let's see if I can get around to a slightly different angle here. Sorry if I'm giving people migraine headaches, but there, I think that'll give you a little better sense. So our task is to empty this boat out, get her upside down, and repair at least this part of the boat. We'll have to work forward as long as we find damage. We'll be replacing framing, it looks like, certainly battens in between the frames, a big chunk of the keel, the keelson, and of course we can't see on the other side of the gas tank to see what's happened to the rudder shaft log. I don't think that's going to be a very pretty picture when we get there. And the framing around the shaft log. Other than that, this is a boat that has been in this family for a long, long time, and she's really very original, in excellent shape. We will be stripping her to bare wood, bringing back the varnish. We walked around the boat yesterday when we brought her in. There's really not much significant damage. or any evidence of rotted wood. The bilge looks very good from the inside, but I don't know if this camera is good enough to pick this up in this light. Maybe Joe, you could point them out.
Yeah, a lot of these bungs right here have been forced out along at least a good 4 section of the stern of the boat. The plank's actually kind of pushed out on a good 3-foot section. But yeah, every bung about 4.5 feet down heading towards the bow have been bursted out.
And we see this on both sides, although here on starboard it's the worst. I'm suspecting that when she hit that rock or those rocks and came to an immediate and abrupt stop, forces were transferred from the prop and rudder area up through the hull, and these bungs started popping, because this is not the kind of bung popping you see that if it's just happened over time, it's just because it's time to refasten some screws. I bet there are a bunch of broken screws behind those bungs. So our 1947 22-foot, obviously, Chris-Craft U22 is now in the shop. We will begin deconstruction and report to you along the way as to what we find. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boatworks.